Hey guys, it's Sophia
and Skylar.
and today we're going to talk about, it's going to be like a little story time video. It's going to be about the first time we met
Jim Beaver
and John Berman. So, you can go ahead.
So for those who don't know, Jim Beaver is from the TV show Supernatural. He kind of plays the father figure of Dean and Sam after their actual father dies. And so on Saturday at Rhode Island Comic Con 2 years ago, it was around the time of my birthday, so it was my birthday present, and I got a photo op with him, and so I got my photo op, and I walked in, I handed my lanyard to the lady, so I looked good in the picture. I don't have my picture with me because I'm at Sophia's house, but I got my picture taken, and I left almost forgetting my lanyard, and then this place, it was at the Dunkin' Donuts Center.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so packed and hard to get around to everywhere. And so I was standing at the door waiting for my picture to come out of the printer. So then I could go get it autographed after his photo op was done. And like the fire policeman people, they were like, "You need to get out of here. It's a fire hazard." And I was like, I just need to get my picture. Like, boy. And so I ended up getting my picture a few minutes later, and then we went upstairs. I took a picture in the Impala, did all that, and then I went back downstairs because his photo op was over and I wanted to get his autograph, and this is what gets me heated.
Oh man.
It was so bad. So his line was huge because he's like very popular in Supernatural. He was one of the star guests, and so I was like, all right, I'm so excited. I hop in the line. My friend Ryan, he paid for some of it, and my aunt and my uncle paid for some of it, and I paid for some of it because it was my birthday. And so I'm waiting in the line, and then this lady tells me I need to get out of the line. I'm like, what? And she's like, you need to get out of the line. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And she's like, you need to get out of the line. There's too many people in it. It's a fire hazard. That's when I lost it and I started crying. I literally started crying. Like, tears everywhere. And so then my aunt. My aunt, she's a huge nerd just like me. And my aunt, what she did is she stormed up to one of the workers and she was like, excuse me, my daughter needs, my niece needs to get in the line for Jim Beaver right now. And the lady was all like, okay girl. And I mean, it was a guy. It was a guy. And there were people continuing to get in the line after I was told to get out and they weren't getting yelled at. So that's what really got on my aunt and I's nerves. And so my aunt was like, there are people still getting in the line after my niece was told she couldn't be in it. So then the guy was like, okay, we'll get her in. And then he snuck me in front of a bunch of other people. And I felt so bad for the other people because, like, they were there before me. The other people, bye. But I got in the line, and the people were nice to me. And then another lady comes, and she's like, everybody against the wall. And everyone gets against the wall. And nobody lets me in between them. Like, I'm sitting in this line by myself. I was 15, 14? I was 14 at the time. 14.
Aw, poor Skylar.
Little 14-year-old me. All like, excuse me, I kind of need to get in there. And then the people were like, come on, you're okay. We got you. We'll cherish you. And I'm just like, oh, you guys are so nice. So then I'm finally in the line. I get there. I get my autograph. And then...
Maggie.
So I finally get there. I get in the line. I get up to the desk where they'll collect your money. They'll collect your money, then you'll write your name on a sticky note. And then I'm like, can you keep the picture inside the little envelope? And they were like, why do you want to do that? And I'm like, because I want to.
But then why didn't he sign the envelope and not the picture?
Yeah, but that's what I wanted.
Why?
Because that's what I wanted, Sophia.
Okay.
And, well, it wasn't an envelope. It wasn't, like, paper. It was, like, a clear film
Yeah, I
over
know
the
what it
picture.
is, yeah.
It was a clear film over the picture, so the picture wouldn't get ruined.
Okay.
So I still have his autograph. And then, so he signed it, and he was like, that's a cool name. And I'm like, thanks. And I was just really happy, and it was really fun.
Okay. So, I met John Barrowman last year, and I also met Karen Gillan and Billy Piper, but, like, I think when I met John Barrowman, it was, like, the biggest because, like, I just, like, love him so much. And so it was at Boston Comic Con last year.
You should explain where John Barrowman's from, Sophia.
Oh, yeah. John Barrowman. Okay. He plays Captain Jack Harkness in Doctor Who, and he stars in Torchwood, and he also plays Captain Jack Harkness because it's like a spin-off sort of thing from Doctor Who. Beyond amazing actor. And he also plays the Dark Archer in Arrow. And he does a lot of other stuff too. He does a lot of singing. He's actually really good at singing, believe it or not. And he's just an amazing person in general.
You keep looking at this, so I'm
Yeah,
going to
it's
hold it
my
up on
picture.
camera.
I think he saw it in like a few videos ago, but it makes me so
yeah,
happy.
'cause it's up there.
Yeah, it's always up there. It's a little spot. So the line for him was insane. And let me tell you, it was insanely warm in that convention center at Boston. And they had all these people smushed up in a line. And there was like this ticking noise while we were in line. It was like beep, 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 beep. And it was
That's
driving
annoying.
me out of my mind. For half an hour, I stood there with that beeping in a hot room. I thought I was going to explode. And then finally, this guy came and it was like, okay, everyone, you can follow me down the hallway into the room, where we were led into yet another line. And the line, I swear, there was like there was like a little booth where he was in, surrounded by curtains, and then the line went shh, 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 and it like filled up the whole room. There were so many people. I wasn't too far back into the line, so it was pretty good. I was like, line started there. I was about like here, so I was in a pretty good spot. And all of a sudden, John Barrowman himself came out, and he got up on a chair. He took out a megaphone, and he started talking into the mic, and he said to do anything you want to do in the video. I mean, in the picture. Any pose that you want, just tell him and he'll do it. And knowing him, no matter what you have asked for, he would have done it because he is that kind of guy. And then he said that his husband Scott was selling his book, because he also wrote a book with someone. I feel like it was his sister, but at the same time I feel like that's wrong. But he wrote a book, like comic book sort of things, for Torchwood, and they were selling them at the booth. And so I was in line, I was like, my heart was pounding a mile a minute. I was with my friend Aiden and my dad, and I was getting so anxious and so ready to meet John Barrowman. And I walked in there, and there was someone else taking a picture with him, because there was like 3 people that waited inside the booth area while someone was taking their picture. I walked in there, and like, I literally just like, oh my god, like I just like froze and like stared at him. And then like my knees like locked and I like didn't move. And then and then he was like, okay. And then I walked over to him. He was like, what do you want to do? And I couldn't get any words out, so I just went like that. And I put my arms out like that, indicating I wanted a hug, because I literally couldn't get any words out. And he was
That's embarrassing.
he goes, oh, you want to do a hug? And then so I gave him the hug, as you can see there. And oh my god, it was amazing. And the person goes, 1, 2, 3, smile. And then it literally looked like my head is about to pop off. And
It really look like you're like in tears. In my picture, you can tell like I was crying before I went in there, and I was like, I look so happy. My mom says it was like that day was the happiest she's ever seen me.
It's so great. But my heart was beating so fast. And then I had my t-shirt on too, and it said, the world can be a dark place lighted up, and it had John Barrowman on it. I love that shirt. And then I took the picture, and the whole time I was wondering, is he going to go back to his, like this was towards the end of the day, is he going to go back to his booth to sign more autographs? So my dad, being the guy he is, he goes, John, I've got a question for you. And then
John, I got a question for you. Your dad's so professional. It's so funny.
And then he goes, yeah. And then he goes, will you be back at your booth signing after this? He goes, yep. And then I was like,
Excuse me, John. Like they're best friends.
I was like, yes. Okay. So then I leave there, and I'm like, I gotta get to the front of this autograph line. I gotta get to the front of this autograph line. So we walk right from the photo op to the autograph line, and next to me in line is this guy playing the Dark Archer, who I met. He was a cosplayer, great looking guy, but it was like a really good cosplay too, like the best one I've seen for Arrow in a while. So we were in line. There was only a few people in front of us. I waited there for 45 minutes, no joke, and the whole time Scott was there, and I was just like looking at him like he's married to John Barrowman, like that's a thing, like I'm really close to people who know John Barrowman, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And so I was looking at him, and then this lady comes in, and then she said autographs are however many, and then apparently at the beginning of the day, I don't know how much it was, but at the beginning of the day, John was taking selfies for free, so the lady was making him charge now, which kind of like made me a little angry, because like people at the beginning of the day get to take selfies for free. Because like John's a great guy, he really loves his fans, and he likes to do all this stuff, so like he doesn't want to like rip you off. But like yeah, and then I met him, he was like, Sophia, hi, and I was like, and I said hi, like a little squealy hi, and like I had things like that I was going to say while he was signing my picture, but like all I could do was stare at him. So that's what I did. I stared at him while he signed my picture, and he wrote, love you, and I was like, and then I walked away, and I was like, I can't believe I just met John Barrowman, and it still just makes me so insanely happy. Oh, he's just amazing. He's just a brilliant guy, brilliant actor, and yeah.
I can't wait for Boston Comic-Con.
You know, Comic-Con is such a rush.
Oh my god, I'm probably not gonna meet them.
You might. You'll see them.
I might. I'm gonna cry.
But yeah, that's all we have for today's video, so I hope you enjoyed our story times on our experiences meeting people at Boston Comic-Con. So give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And there is
130 more days till Boston Comic-Con.
Woo! See you all next time. Bye!
Bah!